All right, we are going to do a comparison of two knives here today, a Winkler Field Knife and a Buck Model 119 from the custom shop. Just to look at both the knives, to review their specs, capabilities, looks, cool factor, all that type of stuff. So let's take a look at them. Right here, we got the Buck Model 119. This is a sheath that I believe is only available as part of a custom shop order. It looks like a old style holster for a revolver or like a 1911, but it holds a knife really well. USA made on this one. A lot of Buck sheaths are made in Mexico. So this is the custom model. It's got brass guard, pommel, black palm wood handle. It's kind of interesting. It looks like a leopard or something with all those spots. See the custom shop logo. And this is their chipped flint blade. You can see the blade looks like, chipped flint, like some old Paleolithic or, pre-Columbus, pre-French trade, Native American kind of deal there. Now, they only offer this chipped flint look in their 420 HC steel, probably because it's easiest to work with. And this is engraved BKFG, which stands for Buck Knives Fan Group, over on Facebook. This knife was part of a giveaway they did a couple years back. And of course, has got the classic Buck 119 clip point blade. Very, very neat knife. Now, we'll take a look at the Winkler. This is the Winkler Field Knife. This is how most Winkler knife sheaths look. They're the same kind of style. The metal belt clip. This is outdated. If you order a Winkler knife today, you'll have two separate clips coming down here for belt attachment. Now, this is a Kydex sheath covered in leather, and also has leather in the interior as well. We have a green micarta handle here. It's a very, very dark green, and 80 CRV2 steel, which Winkler uses in all of their edged tools, knives, and axes. Got this neat file work that they put on their knives as well. Winkler knives stamp there on the spine. Something unique to their knives, they taper the tang down towards the end of the handle here to aid with balance and overall weight of the knife. This is a 5 3/4 inch blade length, and I think the Buck 119 comes in at 6 inches, so they're roughly the same size, hence the comparison. Looks like the Buck is slightly longer in overall length, with that extra 1/4 inch blade length. Looks like the handles are about the same in size. Let me zoom in a little there for you, so you can see that. And we'll get that in line there at the bottom. That looks good. So just a tad longer in the Buck. Now the Winkler is a bit wider, as you can see. The biggest difference in the size is definitely the width. So I believe this is 1.5 inches, and that's 1.25, so full 1/4 inch in width, and then of course it tapers down towards the point. Now, the buck is a stainless steel, and this is a very high carbon steel, very prone to rust. With the 80 CRV2, the 420HC in buck is much more stain resistant. Now, neither of these steels are really known for holding an edge forever, but they are both known for being relatively tough. Now, toughness factors in for a few different things. The heat treatment, how hard you make the steel. A little technically a softer steel will have more toughness, depending on what that steel is. But generally speaking, it'll have more toughness and less edge retention. Now, buck knives is said to be the best in the business with 420HC steel and hold an edge longer. But, that's debatable. I don't really have a problem with the edge holding capabilities on my Winkler knife. If I use it, sharpen it. Same with buck. That's the way it goes. No matter what steel you use, you're gonna dull it. So both of these knives are on the higher end side. The Winkler much more so than the buck, but anything from the buck custom shop doesn't come cheap, because they're all made to order with more exotic parts like that black palm wood. You can still get that configuration of the buck knife today. The Winkler, this particular model, has been discontinued. They're making room for other models in their catalog, but it's a great model. It was their largest model in their catalog until it was discontinued a year or two ago. Now you can get the Winkler knives. You can get them in micarta, wood, rubber, G10. A few different options in the buck catalog for their custom shop as well. They have that, palm wood, a couple other kinds of wood like ironwood. I wish they would offer micarta in their custom shop, but for some reason they don't. But they do offer an elk handle, which just looks really nice. You won't get elk from Winkler unless it's a very special edition. That's not standard catalog that you can just order every day. So I hope you enjoyed seeing this kind of side-by-side comparison with the Buck 119 Custom and the Winkler Field Knife.